Racing weekend. It's Martin at the sharp end of the grid.
Hello Jim, hello everybody. Well, what do you want to know? This is not a foregone conclusion at all this afternoon, take it from me. Complete and utter pandemonium down here. The big band's just walked on at the front. I have absolutely no idea what they're kind of adding to the show at the moment, except, and I can't even hear myself speak. This is Montoya's car. This is the car that did the fastest ever qualifying lap in Formula One, breaking a 17-year-old record. Montoya's not up for a chat, I know. Let's just wander over in that direction. But the big story today is how much fuel has this car got on board, and will those Michelins blister at all? Blistering is a big issue. I'm going to ask. I know he's going to say no, but I'm going to ask him if he's up for a chat or not. Juan Pablo. He's talking about it going on oversteer and all that sort of thing, and they're already talking about whether the back end is going to go away. Any chance? He's sure? Top man. He doesn't want to. I knew he wouldn't, but I had to ask him for us, didn't I? Over here then is the Ferrari. The big story here is how much fuel can they get in that car? Can they really do a successful one-stop strategy? And will their tyres last? There's been a lot of blistering on the Bridgestones as well this weekend, and I really got to ask this man here, Ross Brawn. Ross, can you do a one-stop strategy if you want to?
Yes.
And what is the chance then of you probably doing putting one car on a 1 and one car on a 2?
There's a chance.
And would that, to counteract Williams, do you feel you're racing Williams today and you've really got to work your strategy out according to them? You can't just run away and hide today, can you?
No, that's true. We've got a tough race today. It's a track where they're very strong, the tyres working well. So it will be a real race today. We won't be as fortunate as we have been the last few races. So it's going to be a race of tactics. I think there's going to be plenty of controversy because drivers missing chicanes and whether they have an advantage or they don't have an advantage, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's going to be a good race.
Rear Bridgestone's going to blister?
No, this new tyre is very good. Very good.
Okay, thanks a lot. See if we can find a driver. And let's wander down here. Ralf Schumacher then in third on the grid. Rubens Barrichello down here in fourth. He's had a dismal weekend in terms of reliability. Here's a man always happy to talk to the British public. Rubens, we always seem to catch you while you're poking things in your ears. You've had a difficult weekend. How's it looking for the race?
I've always had a good car. I mean, but for one reason or the other, I mean, the brakes and then the engine, I couldn't really put myself where I would like to be. But the car is fantastic. I mean, in the warm-up, it looked very good.
Now, can you get enough fuel in this Ferrari to do a one-stopper if you want to?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Williams seems to think that we cannot, but we can, yeah, no problem.
Oh, well, that's twice I've heard it now from the same team, so it must be true. And you, what have you got to do today to win this race?
I mean, I got to play a little bit. I mean, we got to be safe on the first corner because we know, I mean, we saw the 3000, but then it's attack.
Yeah, what do you mean play a little bit? You mean you got to maybe have a go at them early on?
Yeah, I mean, we have the tires working quite well at the beginning, so we got to have a go.
Good luck. Okay, let's wander over and a little bit further down the grid. I'm delighted to say Jaguar having another cracking weekend. And let's see if we can poke our nose in here. Ed, you're up for a chat? Yeah. So another stonking weekend for you then. Your cars look quick in testing, quick all through. What can you do this afternoon?
We'll see. You never know. I think we're on the right tyres, that's for sure. The engine's very strong this weekend. We've got a new engine and it's flying. And Monza's all about engine and tyres. And
you'd not any chance of blistering these rear Michelins?
Not in our car, we don't think anyway. You know, it's a lot hotter, but I think there's no problem there.
Now you've had a bit of a spat in the press with DC, who's just behind you on the grid. You'll be watching out for him in your mirrors?
You always have to watch out. You know, McLaren's, they're not very happy being behind a Jaguar, that's for sure. So they're going to be pushing, but DC's one of the more sensible guys out there.
Well, after reading your stuff, do you think he'll still think like that?
We're only having fun.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we'll have a great race, and we've got to go back to the studio.
And we're looking to have a lot of fun during the Italian Grand Prix as well. A real race, plenty of controversy, Ross Brawn saying. That sounds the business. That'll do for us, Tony?
Absolutely. Also, they've got to watch their brakes. We've got to watch how fragile they're going to be in various areas. Very low downforce, very fast. I think it's going to be a great spectacle.
Well, 200 miles an hour down to 50. That is the recipe for the first corner. Jaguars and Irvine hungry for points. Highly focused Montoya Will he dent Ferrari's celebrations in their own backyard again? And are we about to see the fastest Grand Prix ever? Forza Ferrari. That's the fans' anthem. The Williams will have something to say about it, though, in the Italian Grand Prix.